Oh, hi there, really looking forward to the action upcoming from Navan on Sunday, one of the great days, of course, the Ladbrokes Troytown, and we've got the Tote Fortria Chase as well on a brilliant card that gets underway at noon. Hopefully we'll give you a few winners. So we start off with that Ladbrokes handicap hurdle where Grange Clare native, obviously a faller at odds on last time out, but he'll be looking to make up for that loss when last seen. So wouldn't be surprised if Grange Clare native gets Gordon Elliott off to a good start, but definitely keep an eye on Joshua Webb as well. No, there's a couple of runners in this, and judged by jockey bookings, Joshua Webb would be the pick given Sean Flanagan decides to ride that one, and of course was second over course and distance previously as well. The first of the graded action is the for auction hurdle. We have the likes of Esquilane here, who will most likely be favoured for Gordon Elliott. I got Jesse Evans in there as well for Noel Meade, but I like the chance of the Willie Mullins trained Ngolo for this second race of the afternoon. Lowered the colours of the highly touted Malone Road when last seen. Yes, he will have to give weight all round for that win, but Ngolo for Willie Mullins, his horses haven't really kicked into gear yet. Obviously we haven't seen his biggest names out as yet. Esquilane will be favoured, but Ngolo could give him plenty to think about. He's a real grinder in that second race of the afternoon at 12:30, the for auction novices hurdle. The Lismullen hurdle, it's kind of strange. We won't see Apple's Jade, of course, this year. She has been retired and is now in fold to the Great Walk in the Park. Intriguing to see what happens there. But we have some quality here. The likes of Sarah de Burley, previous Cheltenham Festival winner, Super Sunday as well. But my selection is Ronald Pump, second in the Stairs hurdle at Cheltenham when last seen. Had a really productive autumn last year as well. And I think that Ronald Pump could be one to turn him up for the books here in our second graded race of the afternoon, the Lismullen hurdle at 1 o'clock. At 1:35, it's the big handicap. It's the Ladbrokes Troytown Chase, including reserves. Gordon Elliott has 11 runners in this one, and well, I'm going to take one from the Gordon Elliott yard and one from elsewhere, and the one I like for Gordon Elliott's the top one, Death Duty, off a mark of 147. If the hype was to be believed when this horse is a novice, you'd expect it to be much more like a 167 horse than a 147 horse, but gets in here. Obviously things haven't gone too well in the interim, but Death Duty, hopefully with Conor Orr claiming as well, that's very valuable, £5 off his back. So I like the chances of Death Duty, and given you'll be getting extra places somewhere too, I like the chance of Forza Milan, who's also been claimed off his back. He's on a mark of 137 for Jimmy Nash. He'll be fit and hopefully be able to do himself justice as well. Has been running in lots of big handicap chases of late, but off a mark of 137, Forza Milan, he could have a squeak as well in the Ladbrokes Troytown there at 1:35 at 2:10. It's the Tote Fortria Chase, and the best horse on the card, the best horse we'll see on Sunday no doubt, is Aplutar. So hopefully there are no accidents for him. It looks like it should be a relatively straightforward affair for Aplutar. His horse was placed in the Ryanair when last seen. Actually quite a light campaign, obviously, due to lockdown last year. So hopefully we get to see plenty of him this year. Aplutar, of course, previous Cheltenham Festival winner, by far the best horse in the race, and hopefully he can oblige there in the Tote Fortria Chase. And maybe that means we will see him over 2 miles for the rest of the year. Intriguing to see if he lines up in those big 2-milers for the rest of the season. At 2:45, it's a fascinating beginner's chase. We have the likes of Easy Work here, obviously a Grade 1 placed horse himself, but I like the chances of the Joseph O'Brien trained Delaro. Didn't really work out for him eventually over hurdles. Really impressive point-to-point winner, one of the first sort of big money one of those big money signings out of point-to-point sphere. Once upon a time carried the Lloyd Williams colours, but now in the colours of JP McManus. JJ Slevin rides for Joseph O'Brien, and I think Delaro, he's made for chasing. Obviously things haven't been that straightforward with him, but I think Delaro can start at his probably more natural action over chasing, and we'll see how he goes in that 2:45. At 3 is a handicap hurdle sponsored by Ladbrokes, and I like the chance of one of the JP runners here. Obviously plenty of JP McManus runners in this one, but for Eddie Harty, I like the chance of Spruced Up. Was a really impressive winner at Fairyhouse in the middle of last year. That was off a mark of 105, but won by nearly 20 lengths that day under Anya O'Connor in a ladies race. Off a mark of 119 today. Hopefully he's fit enough to do himself justice. Jody McGarvey in the saddle, I think Spruced Roost Up can oblige in the penultimate race of the day for JP McManus. And in the closer of the day, it's another handicap hurdle, this one over 2 miles and 6 furlongs. And I like the chances here of the Ross O'Sullivan trained Theatre World. 2 words, not like the real Theatre World, of course, run up to Isterbrack all those times. But off a mark of 114, dual course and distance winner, will be fit from his chasing recently, so as a similar mark over hurdles and fences here. But perhaps Theatre World, the bit of fitness and a bit of hardiness about him, he could oblige in that closing race of the afternoon, that 350, that handicap hurdle. But fascinating card, really exciting one for Fortria and Troytown Day, and hopefully we get to see A Plus Tard launch the rest of his season in the Fortria. And I think that Gordon will win the Troytown, hopefully with Death Duty.